What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy J Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up. And yo, what did I tell you yesterday? Right now, it's clickbait season. So I'm getting all sorts of stuff sent to me. Tuck, what about this guy? What about that guy? Do you think we're going to do this? Cowboys Nation, listen to me, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, honey. You do not listen, Linda. Stop letting these people play with your emotions. I got numerous articles sent to me about Stefon Diggs coming to Dallas, all sorts of chaos. Cowboys Nation, snap out of it. Let's focus. But we do have to have a conversation when it comes to some free agents and retaining some players. And we have a quite a bit of players that the Cowboys are going to kind of have a strong conversation when it comes to, do they want to re-sign these players? And the first and most important one that a lot of people are talking about is our running back, Tony Pollard. Now, I will say this, and salute to my guy Skywalker on A to Z Sports. I know Tony Pollard is a very, very dynamic running back. He can do a lot of things out the backfield. His explosiveness, right? He can just take it to the house, right? Take it to the house. That's old Trick Daddy. Y'all kids don't know about that Trick Daddy. That take it to the house. 305. Take it to the. Tony Pollard can take it to the house, right? But my guy Skywalker kind of posed an interesting thought. And he's like, yo, if we are going to continue to run this Kellen Moore offense, then I'm not tying up any more money in the running back room, right? Because as of right now, when it comes to our offense, right, 60% of our cap goes towards our offense, right? Dak Prescott and also Ezekiel Elliott, right? I think when it comes to Dak next year, we'll be second in the quarterback spectrum when it comes to tying up the cap, and then fifth with Ezekiel Elliott. So are you wanting to tie up more cap space when it comes to our offense in the running back room? And especially if Kellen Moore doesn't know how to use the running backs in the first damn place, right? Do you want to give, let's say, Tony Pollard, 4 years, $45 million, averaging around $10 million a year to get 12 touches, 10 touches? Like, is it worth it to you, Cowboys Nation? I don't know. So he kind of got me thinking, like, damn, do we really spend any money additionally on running back weapons when we don't even use the ones we got? I don't know. But let's take a look at some of the other players. Now, I kind of split this in two different ways, right? I kind of split it what Tuck do, which is green, right? Green represent the money, right? And also what the Cowboys would do, and I kind of represent that with the yellow, right? So Anthony Barr, first player linebacker who we brought in last year in the offseason. Good addition. Don't want to say great. He serviced us well. But let's keep it a buck, man. Anthony Barr just wasn't cutting out there. Me personally, I would like to get much younger at the linebacker position, get more speed, more quality depth out on Anthony Barr. Another Anthony Get Down Brown. Now, Anthony Brown is coming off the injury. I know a lot of people were out on Anthony Brown, didn't have the best season, didn't really stack up after what he had versus 2021 campaign this year, which is kind of disappointing. So a lot of people are out on Anthony Brown. We do have Deron Bland. We have some younger guys. We have the draft coming up. So I feel like the Dallas Cowboys, and me personally, I would move on from Anthony Brown. Now, this next guy is a hot topic, but and it comes to Noah Brown, right? And when it comes to Noah Brown, me personally, I dropped the video this offseason like, yo, good guy, but I just don't see the value, right? So me personally, I would be out on Noah Brown, but this will be the very first domino to fall, Cowboys Nation, that will let us know what is the thought process. What do I mean by that? A lot of people have this idea that, yo, all right, man, this is it, man. Jerry felt sick after that 49ers loss. He's going to go all in. We're going to get the old school Jerry. They're asking me about DeAndre Hopkins, and we're going to make these moves for, Waller out of the Raiders or Jacobs. Like, we're going to put all of our chips in and go for a Super Bowl next year, Tuck. I just believe it, right? If the Dallas Cowboys go out and I get that tweet, or y'all send me that tweet that the Dallas Cowboys have resigned Noah Brown, I already know what it is. I already know what it is. I already know what it is. Like, listen, don't get your hopes up. So if we re-sign Noah Brown, that's going to be just another we like our guys type of season. Now, I don't want to knock Noah Brown. When his name was kind of called earlier in the season, he kind of stepped up. But we were involving Noah Brown a little too much for my liking. But I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are very fond when it comes to Noah Brown, and they're going to try to keep him, which will indicate to me what type of offseason mentality that we're going to have. Dante Fowler Jr., I like what he brought to our defense, but I feel like we will move on, especially if Dan Quinn moves on as well. Luke Gifford is another guy Jay Tuck would personally move on from, but special teams guy, kind of just your quality depth linebacker guy. I feel like the Cowboys will like him and keep Luke Gifford. Interesting conversation when it comes to LVE, the Wolf Hunter, right? A lot of people were kind of out on LVE last year, right? But LVE played well. LVE played so damn well this season, we were wanting him to come back. Like, man, we got to get LVE back for playoffs or else, right? So I feel like the Dallas Cowboys will bring back LVE, and me personally, I would as well. We already spoke about Tony Pollard. If it's me, I'm bringing back Tony Pollard. I just got to figure out a way, man. I'm just not letting that type of explosive weapon, roam free and not really get the maximum capability out of Tony Pollard. I'm trying to keep Tony Pollard, but it all depends on his recovery. And I feel like, unfortunately, his injury is going to give the Dallas Cowboys the slight leveraging tool when it comes to negotiation. Because y'all know they like to play dirty as hell. T.Y. Hilton. I like the value add of T.Y. Hilton, but I think the Cowboys will move on from T.Y. Hilton. But we can keep our eye on it. If you can kind of get him at a value, the Cowboys might want to kind of hold on to him. Locker room guy, CeeDee Lamb spoke very highly about him, but I think the Cowboys will move on from T.Y. Hilton. C.J. Goodwin, I'm keeping C.J., your special teams ace, not for corner. Jonathan Hankins is another guy that was brought in. Helped tremendously with our run defense, and we cannot let that go. So I'm keeping Big Hankins. Brett Money Maher, who wasn't money in the playoffs when we needed him the most, you gotta go. You gotta go. Me personally, I'm moving on from Brett Maher, but it's gonna be interesting to see if Bones Fossil kind of has, that tie to him and want to keep him. Connor McGovern. Me personally, I'm moving on from Connor McGovern, and we're gonna have the conversation about the offensive line, right? Because we did have, Tyler Smith play left tackle in the playoffs, and he played well versus Bosa, right? But you also have Tyron. Now, granted, with a grain of salt, right? You never know how his health is going to hold up. But I feel like if you do have Tyron Smith, we also have Matt Waletzko, who the Cowboys drafted with the Amari Cooper pick. I feel like Tyler Smith is going to be your left guard of the future. And I think the Cowboys kind of see him in that capacity. But I think they just like Connor McGovern for this weird reason. So they might try to hold on to Connor McGovern. Me, personally, I'm moving on. Jake McQuaid, long snapper. He's a little bit younger than Overton, so I feel like they might keep McQuaid as your long snapper. Jason Peters, we appreciate your services, bro, but you're a little long in the tooth. Think it's time to let it go. Cooper Rush, feel the rush. Me personally, I would move on from Cooper Rush. I know a lot of people are talking about the quarterback position, moving on from Dak Prescott in 2 years or whatnot, drafting a young guy. Me personally, I would probably draft a young guy, young quarterback, and waiting to kind of see how things transpire when it comes to Dak Prescott. But once again, if Kellen Moore is your offensive coordinator, Cooper Rush is a guy who's been in the system for so long. As your backup, he just knows it. So I think the Cowboys will keep Cooper Rush. But me personally, I would move on. Dalton Schultz, who we franchise tagged last year, I think we're going to move on from Dalton Schultz. We got the Young Bucks, Henny and Ferg. We also, got some other guys we can definitely bring in the draft, because y'all know I love me some draft tight end content, man. So I got some sleepers. I got some more bangers, right? So I feel like the Dallas Cowboys will move on from Dalton Schultz. Carlos Watkins, an interesting name, played well, man. He played solid this season, giving us that interior presence, playing 1 tech, 3 tech. He can move around. They kind of had him on practice squad for a little bit, then they activate him. So I would think the Cowboys will find a way to bring back Los, and me personally, I would as well. Donovan Hitman Wilson is going nowhere. He'll be the priority in Dallas. Me personally, I'm doing whatever it takes to keep Donovan Wilson in-house. We have been waiting so long for Donovan Wilson to pay dividends. And damn it, y'all, it did this year, so I'm keeping Donovan Wilson. Terrence Steele, also another guy. I'm definitely going to take advantage and get him re-signed at the right tackle position. I feel like our run game was impacted tremendously once Terrence Steele went down, and then you have Rico Dowdle, not a kicker, fullback, but hell, he might can kick probably better than Brett Maher could. So you never know. But I think the Cowboys will try to go ahead and keep Rico. But when it comes to our cap space currently, we're a little bit under $1 million. So we got something to work with, but we got a lot of interesting names that we're going to have to re-sign and try to build off it to keep the important pillars of this Cowboys team and the foundation. Man, it's your boy J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know below. Is there some people like, nah, Tuck, get rid of them. I want them out, right? But me personally, I think there's a few guys you should bring back and consider re-signing, which I listed, man. But the Cowboys definitely have a lot of work to do this offseason, so we'll see how that all transpires, man. But I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. And Cowboys Nation, stop letting these people play with your mentals. Stay focused. Peace.